Hi, everybody. Welcome to ET Live. I am Lauren Zima.
And I'm Kristen Gill.
And I'm Katie Kraus, and we are going to be breaking down the biggest fashion moments from Sunday night's Emmy Awards.
Of course, we want to know what you guys think as well, because there were so many looks, and we are so excited to talk about them. So leave your comments, leave your questions on ET's Facebook page right now. We'll get them here on our phones.
And make sure to comment about any of the hairstyles and makeup, because we've got all of those tips and tricks, and also just any information. Just let us know.
The Queen has been in touch with some stylists about a few things.
It's true. Should we get started with Nicole Kidman?
Yes.
A lady elegant in red. It is so hard, you guys, to find a red dress that looks good on a red carpet. She went with Calvin Klein by appointment. And I want to just bring up the fact that she's wearing $2 million worth of Harry Winston jewels. This look was... I mean, she radiated the red carpet. I feel like it was her night. She won for Big Little Lies Best Actress, and the show won as well.
Yes.
What did you guys think of this?
I couldn't agree more. I felt like Nicole owned the night in so many ways. You see her posing with Keith Urban there. I mean, from start to finish, she killed it on the red carpet. Her speeches were amazing, and you can check out her speeches over at etonline.com. And then what I loved about her look is I couldn't stop looking at it to decipher all of the details about it. You know, it was like that beautiful sparkly piece. Was it part of the dress? Was it a necklace? Also, her shoes there. Her shoes were like mismatched a little bit.
Yes. Which was, it was intentional though, I think.
Yeah. That was the thing. She was both classic and super intriguing. Like you just couldn't figure it out.
And that bold red lip. Yes. I talked to Kylie Heath, actually, her hairstylist, and she said they just wanted to go with a timeless look, and that the dress actually reminded her of a Barbie doll, and she just went with this soft braid, and it just kind of kept it modern by clipping it up and just having those little tresses falling down on her shoulders to really showcase that dress.
You know what else I loved about the dress is the length. It wasn't too long, it wasn't too short, so when she hit up all those after parties, she could dance. Like she wasn't going to be falling all over it and tripping. It was like she could get her moves on.
Exactly. And you know, I talked to the Big Little Lies gals on the red carpet. Of course, they all stopped at ET's platform, and Zoe Kravi was saying, she's like, that's the thing, is we all are so close from working on this show that no matter what happens tonight, we just want to celebrate after together. They want to have some drinks, they want to dance. She said they were all texting before. So yeah, and also, you know, I think when you're a celebrity and you're as big as Nicole Kidman, a movie and TV star, she knows she's probably going to have to go to the Oscars. So she has to differentiate a little bit. You know, how is the Emmys maybe not quite as black tie as the Oscars? And I think the length of the dress helped with that a little bit.
I completely agree. Should we move on to Miss Ariel Winter?
Yes. Now, Ariel, not so seasoned on the red carpet as Nicole Kidman. You know, she's a younger lady, so her look was a little bit more controversial, maybe not as beloved. But what did you guys think?
So, she's wearing Suhair Murad, I want to say first of all, and I love the top of the dress. But then as you go down and you see those two slits, it's like, whoa, mama. To me, if there was just one slit, I would have loved it. But the two, it's a little bit much. But the top again is perfect. It's so shiny and beautiful, and she looks great. There's her boyfriend right there.
I think she is still, you know, she is so figuring out her style and figuring out her body. And what I love about Ariel Winter is she's so open about that. Like, she talks about that in interviews on Instagram about how, look, I'm owning who I am, figuring out who I am, making mistakes along the way. And ultimately, at the end of the day, she's a beautiful girl, and she looked gorgeous. But Kristen, tell us about the hair and makeup. I love her makeup.
I know, I loved her makeup too. Kip Zachary did her makeup for the look, and he said he saw the beading and knew that he wanted to go with that metallic eye, and her hairstylist was Charles Dujic, and he knew that that collar was so high she needed something simple for her hair, so he just kind of put it back, but still there was something interesting, and it was kind of flowy and long, and that was really the background behind the hair and makeup.
We're already getting lots of comments. Elizabeth says, I like Ariel's look. Mallory says, Moulin Rouge vibes. I'm assuming that's for Nicole Kidman.
Yes.
And Kathy says, Nicole always looks awesome. I totally agree.
Oh, you guys, I had this little moment, I have to say. It was so adorable on the red carpet watching, because Keith Urban, you know, it wasn't his night. He didn't want to get into interviews with Nicole. He was letting the Big Little Lies gals do interviews together. But he's just standing, looking up at her on the platform, like in awe of her. And then I grabbed him as he walked by, and I'm like, Keith, how do you feel about tonight? And he goes, I'm just extremely proud, and she looks beautiful as always. Like, he loves her so much.
They're so cute. Even watching him give her speech, that was more exciting to me than anything else. Was just like looking at how much love he has for her.
Right, watching him watch her.
Watch her give her speech, yes. All right, let's move on to Reese Witherspoon.
Another Big Little Lies gal. Now, this look was another one where I feel like people were really talking about it. It was much more, I don't know if casual is the right word, but you know, Nicole's in a gown and Reese is in this kind of short blazer look.
Her legs look amazing. This is by Stella McCartney. It's just so casual, and I feel like Reese Witherspoon is someone that you can always count on to deliver on the red carpet. And I get that maybe she was going for that whole boss lady vibe. I mean, she was up for executive producer for Big Little Lies, but this was a little bit too casual. It looks like she forgot her pants.
I know. She looked like a strong woman, definitely. That bold red lip is everything. But I felt like the hair, I want to know, I didn't get to speak to any of her stylists. I know Petra Flannery styled her, and I would love to talk with her about what exactly went on behind the scenes picking this outfit. I get it. She is a very strong, independent woman. She's an executive producer, like you said. But I just felt like there was a little less femininity than we're used to seeing her, like in that beautiful yellow dress she wore years back, and she knows how to slay that carpet. This was just not...
I'm curious about the decision that she went with to end up wearing this. What did you think?
I felt like the look would have been perfect at a different event. Maybe if it was a pre-Emmys event. Yeah, I mean, there's so many Emmys parties over the weekend. I could have seen her wearing that to the Television Academy party on Friday night.
Yes.
I just thought we needed a little bit more from the Emmys, but also at the end of the day, I mean, if you just look at the woman's face, she's stunning. I'm like, is she ageless? Like, her skin looked amazing. And by the way, you know what they all preach so much is hydration. Like, as I heard somebody ask Nicole Kidman, what do you have to do for a red carpet? She's like, just drink water. She said she splashes her face with cold water in the morning. So Reese still looked great. Another blonde, Miss Julianne Hough.
Yes,
Katie, I know you love this look. Tell us about it.
Guys, this is Marchesa. This is so romantic, which is so fitting because she just got married a couple months ago. Look at those 3D cherry blossoms just draped over the dress, down the back as well. Then you have the sheer bodice, it's like tulle, I think. This was perfection for me, and Julianne Hough always slays it on the red carpet, and this is just the latest example. I can't say enough nice things
And her
about this
makeup
dress.
artist, Spencer Barnes, actually, I spoke with him, and he was telling me that she had faux freckles on. You can't really see on her face.
Faux freckles?
Yeah.
Is that a new trend?
Yeah, and it was like very angelic, and I think that it just speaks to how happy and just like, I don't know, youthful Julianne is, and she is very much so, and she has that little ribbon in the back of her hair. Rihanna did her hair. That's her go-to girl at 901 Salon, you know.
Yep.
She's got Rihanna and Spencer, and she just has a beautiful pouty pink lip, and just was a very youthful look.
You
I
guys
loved it.
Well, the details just blow my mind, right? To think that someone thinks of faux freckles. That's why these people are in this upper echelon of killing it on the Emmys red carpet, because they have a creative team that's thought about things to that level.
Yes.
I also want to talk about her brows. I feel like her and Cara Delevingne were the two women in Hollywood who really brought back those thick brows. What is the secret? Can you tell me?
You know what? I think people don't realize you have to do kind of a mixture between a wax and also like a powder.
Okay.
So any eyeshadow that's a couple shades darker than your hair is usually what you want to go with, and then you mix it with a lighter to kind of let it match your natural hair tones, I guess. So you don't want to do too bold, but just soft.
And I felt like her brows had a little bit of a different shape even than they usually do. Something about her face looked a little bit different. I think maybe she did a heavier brow.
It's like very harsh. It's a harsher brow, but I like it.
Yeah, it contrasts with the kind of this floral feminine dress really well. More comments coming in from you guys. Susie says Reese's outfit was more Golden Globes, not Emmys. And Isabel says that the coat dress should have been maybe full length, a lighter texture, and pink. Isabel has a whole plan. I love it.
I'm with you.
And Rosemary said, sorry for Reese, but not this time. Janice says Nicole Kidman was stunning. And Kathy, loving the florals on Julianne. And Shelley thinks she looked flawless too.
One of the best of the night.
Totally.
Let's go on to Tandy Newton. She is wearing Jason Wu. It's this beautiful, like soft pink color, and then you have all the glitzy details as you go into the skirt part of it. The top bodice is, I mean, it fits her perfectly. It accentuates how tiny she truly is.
Her arms look insane. She's so fit, but I just love, you see how slowly she was stepping down that red carpet? It's because she knows that with each step, it's glittering, it's glitzing. It was
catching the light.
Yes, it was gorgeous. And then I loved how they kind of paired her skin with this super glow to it. And I mean, what do you think they put on in terms of something to give you that glow on the red carpet?
You know what? It's as simple as baby oil sometimes. You may smell
Oil
like
me
a baby,
up.
but it's like oil that thing up. And her hair was pulled back, so it really showcased the dress. And she had a very light makeup. I think Kay Montano did her makeup. She does a makeup app and website with her. It's like her bestie. So I think that she looked flawless.
Yeah, she truly did that. The light makeup, I think, was the key for that look.
Definitely.
Because the dress so
spoke.
Yeah.
Yes. We also had Miss Mandy Moore, and how Kristen, I know you love this look,
Oh
right?
my God, this was my favorite look of the night. Look at Mandy. I mean, people were comparing her to an Oreo, and I was like, no way. This tulle is everything. The black and white and that pop of the pink lip. And then she had the hair a little bit over that eye because she did injure that eye, remember?
Oh yeah, she walked into a shower door or something.
So her hairstylist just really slayed it on that. You can't even tell. And she just has that engaged glow, you know? She's just got engaged to her man, and I just thought she was glowing from head to toe.
So this gown is Caroline Herrera, and while I love the makeup, I love that pop of pink on her lips, I don't love the dress.
Oh, you didn't?
Only because I feel like if it was a completely all black silhouette, I would have loved it. I'm not liking the white sandwiched in between the black.
It's
or
different.
if it were to end at the white and not go another layer of black.
I
That's
feel
the
like-
only thing that I don't love.
I think this dress turned into actually one of the most controversial talked
Yeah,
about
I
ones
know.
of the night because of what we're seeing right here. I mean, I think Mandy Moore's worn Carolina Herrera before, and she looked beautiful. She always does. I kind of even forgot about the eye thing. They really didn't cover that up. Head to her Instagram, you guys. It's
pretty gnarly.
She had a black eye. She was asking commenters for help on how to cover it up. I think the thing is, it's black and white, and at the end of the day, you can't really go wrong with black and white. Definitely not on a worst dress look by any means. And you know what? I think she was dressing for a big moment. This Is Us had the chance to break the network drama curse last night, and she thought, I want to be in a big dress for this. But it was definitely a talked about
It
look.
could have been a big dress just without the white. And Sabrina agrees with me. Sabrina says, for Mandy, I just wish that white in the middle was black and that she would have been best dressed. Because I agree, if it was all black, hands down, best dressed of the night.
It was really giving me Audrey Hepburn vibes.
I can see that.
Breakfast at Tiffany,
Yeah.
or not My Fair Lady vibes. That's what it was.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
We also had Miss Jessica Biel, and I gotta talk about this one because I just loved her look. First of all, I loved Jessica Biel at the Emmys last night. She was there presenting, so she was just having a playful time, but just killing it. Look at those legs. And that dress, it was so dynamic between the sparkles and the sleeves, and her hair with the volume on it, and then kind of a lighter makeup. I just loved it. Katie, what can you tell us about the dress?
So the dress is by Ralph and Russo. J-Lo and lots of stars just love Ralph and Russo, but I know that J-Lo is like the biggest fan of Ralph and Russo. She radiated on the red carpet. She is shimmering, like look at that off the shoulder like sleeve. It's like draping
So
on her
sexy.
back. Yeah, it
And
looks
her
amazing.
back?
She's so muscular. Look at her legs. I'm
Yes.
happy that that slit is so high so that you can actually see the definition on her legs. The only thing that I don't love about this is the hair, because the dress is so perfect that I wish that the hair didn't have so much volume going on because it almost distracts from the dress. in my
But then
opinion.
I loved it. This is
you?
why we love talking about this
I
stuff,
know.
because I loved it. I loved the volume to it. I thought it added a romanticism.
Yeah.
And I think what I love so much about Jessica Biel, like even without fashion right now, is that we're seeing her kind of come out of new momminess and get back into her career.
her own
Like
skin.
she has Silas, and now she's got a new show, The Sinner. And you know, she hit the red carpet without Justin last night. He
she
was
was
over at
killing
Rock
it.
in Rio.
Yeah.
And we interviewed her. You can check that interview out on ET tonight, of course. And she was telling Nancy Adele, she's like, I don't wake up looking like this. It takes work, but I'm here and I'm having fun. She was having a drink alone in the limo on the way there. Like Jessica's being playful, which I loved.
You know, she had that pompadour, and it was not my favorite. That is the only thing I can think of when I see it. I love Jessica Biel, but Adir Abrikel, I'm so sorry, her hairstylist, but that was just not my thing. He said, though, that he was inspired by 1960s high glamour for this look, and I totally see that. Once I read that, I was like, okay, I get it now. But still, pompadour, maybe just a low pony would have been cool. But
It was the perfect blend, though, of like sexy and chic. So I'm going to give her her that.
Oh, her back. I mean, the open back on it. Like you said, her body's amazing.
Insane.
Jane Fonda, you guys.
yes.
The queen.
The queen of the night.
The woman is what? Did you say 79?
She's 79. She is turning 80 in
gosh.
December, and she looks this good.
She killed it.
Look at this.
I mean, I literally am on the phone with my mom earlier, and my mom goes, Jane Fonda looked so good. You know, how old is she? Because that's the thing. She is the definition of ageless, and you think she'd look good for any age, and then you find out she's 79, you think, this queen, killing it. And, I mean, we weren't the only ones fangirling out over her. Jessica Biel posted an Instagram with her. She was, like, meeting her feminist icon. And then,
of the night.
Yeah, and then I think Sofia Vergara Instagrammed with her as well. I mean, what do you think? Did you like the Jane look, or was it too youthful for her? How did you guys feel about it?
You know what? When you are 79 years old and you are Jane Fonda, you can do no wrong no matter what you do. The dress is by Maxwell. And when we spoke to her on the red carpet, she said that those jewels, she's wearing nearly $2 million worth of jewels, were flown in from Geneva that day. And I love the contrast of the emerald green with the pink. Like, nothing says a party like bright pink and bright green together.
She was just having fun. You know, I talked to her and I'm like, how do you attack the red carpet? And she goes, with a martini. And then you guys won't believe who her look was actually inspired by. So when I talked to her, she told me what other celebrity is her red carpet inspiration.
I watch what Gwen Stefani does on a red carpet and try to copy her. And that's the truth. It doesn't come naturally to me, but she does it so great. So I try to do what she does.
So you're Gwen Stefani inspired today.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
And you can see it with the ponytail.
100%.
100%. I feel like on The Voice, Gwen wore almost that exact hairstyle. And so I completely see where she got inspired by Gwen for that look.
And her makeup artist, David DeLeon, actually wrote me, and he said that he and the hairstylist collaborated for about a week coming up with this look, and they were actually inspired by Jean Shrimpton from the 1960s, as well as Gwen Stefani, and just came up with this mod matte lip, glowing cheeks, topped, you know, she just looked flawless.
Look at her working
What
that
an
back.
icon.
Oh
Look
my
at that
God.
What a legend.
Yes, and she had a graphic liner, which is so rare for a 79-year-old to be wearing like a graphic wing liner, and she killed it. Oh,
I also love the bell sleeves.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in style, so on trend right now.
What I think was awesome too is I actually almost think if someone younger or a different person had worn that, we might have said it was like over the top. But she just owned everything about it. Yeah. So Sofia Vergara posted with her. What can you tell us about Sofia's look?
Okay, so she was wearing Mark Zunino. She loves Mark Zunino. She's worked with him a lot. She says that he knows how to dress a curvy woman. This is stunning. The only problem that I have is that she always goes for a dress like this.
I know. I think she's in a catch-22 because she has said she has such a curvaceous body, and so she really needs support on the red carpet. And you know, she wants to make sure she looks good, so she does. She goes for a very similar silhouette every time.
That's her son with her. She told us actually that Joe Manganiello, her husband, is shooting a movie in New York right now, so that's why he cannot be with her at the Emmys. That interview is also on ET Online. What do you think? What about her makeup? What can you tell us?
You know, Kelly Klein did her hair actually and pulled out those bangs, and I had never seen her really rock a bang before, and I felt like it kind of made it a little less what's the word? It was a little more casual, let's just put it that way. And I thought maybe a pulled back pony, but she always does that, you know, she pulls her hair back, so the bangs were different, and I really appreciated that, and it's fall now, so that berry lip really just kind of brought the look together for me.
Well, that's the thing, you know, this is Modern Family. I think this is maybe their 8th year at the Emmys.
Yeah.
So when she's hitting that red carpet every year, and if she wants to stick with that silhouette, she's really got to try to find ways to switch it up in other ways.
Yes.
More comments coming in from you guys. Sabrina, that was Sabrina agreeing on the white in the middle. Bobby says Jessica Biel was best dressed, hands down. Kathy says Jessica's look was gorgeous, and Jennifer says my favorite so far. She looked gorgeous, and then Sabrina loving Jane's ponytail.
Yes.
So Millie Bobby Brown, you guys, a little queen from Stranger Things. What did you guys think of this look? She really youthified a pretty elegant dress.
So she looks like a chic ballerina. This is also Calvin Klein by appointment, the same designer as Nicole Kidman wore. To me, if you look closely, I don't know if we can like zoom in, but she's wearing a bandana. Oh, look at that. A bandana tied around the dress. She is a 13-year-old fashionista.
Yeah.
I mean, who would think to go with that kind of look for the Emmys? Because you might think a bandana, is that going to work? Is that going to be weird? To me, it works for her.
It was a
What do you
statement
guys think?
piece, definitely.
Yes.
It got us talking, you know.
Yeah.
But I think her dewy skin is very youthful. Her makeup artist didn't go with anything too crazy, just did like a lip balm on the lips. And then her hairstylist just pulled her hair back in that beautiful little bun, and it let the dress speak for itself. Really had a moment, I think. And
that's the thing, is you have to think about how they have to balance age and you know what the event is. I mean, she's a very young teenager, so I kind of love that it was like bandana belt. You know, she gave it a little edge.
Love her. Love her so much.
Okay, let's dive into someone we were all so obsessed with, Zoe Kravitz, you guys, from Big Little Lies. I mean, her face is stunning, and then this dress, unbelievable. Katie, tell us about it.
So this is Dior Haute Couture. I guess that's how you say it in the high fashion world. It's almost like a mood ring. Like no matter what way she's looking, you're gonna have a different color kind of popping. In the back you have those blues and those greens. In the front you have the yellows and the pinks and the oranges, and it looks like a rainbow. But this is the perfect dress for her because it's so chic, but it has that element of edginess, which is how I would describe her.
Yeah,
totally.
Definitely.
I talked to her about her look. Here's what she had to say about how she picked the dress and combined it with those jewels.
And you are so bold with your fashion choices, which we love, but how did you pick this dress? Was it the first, the 10th you tried on?
It was the second I tried on, and I mean, it was just so special. I had never seen anything quite like it, so. And when do you get to wear something like this, you know?
Oh my God. Now, how do you come up with the idea to pair it with Tiffany jewelry? It's like edgy but classic. It's so awesome.
I think that's kind of exactly what it is. The dress is really edgy, and we just wanted something really kind of simple to kind of elevate the dress, and they work really well together.
Okay, feathered ombre, do we like it or do we not?
I loved it on her. I mean, she's got that cute little haircut and that stunning face. It's like she almost has to dress a little bit differently because her beauty is so unique, and she needs to raise the bar with her clothes for herself.
Definitely.
I love how you asked her how she decided to pair the Tiffany jewels with that dress.
I mean, right? Personally, I would not feel confident enough in myself to wear this look, and she just owns it.
Yeah,
she is like,
really rocks that.
like a Mia Farrow or something out there. She's gorgeous.
High fashion boho.
Yes. Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Nikki Nelms did her hair, and I really felt like the hair matched like the top half of the dress. It was kind of layered and shaggy. And then Nina Park did her makeup, and she just did that little subtle winged liner, which was perfect because the dress, obviously, I feel like every look, the dress speaks for itself, you know, and you really want to let that statement show. And she just went for a winged liner and a little bit of pink on those lips. And she's got those contours like on her own, so I don't think she needed to be doing anything like that.
The cheekbones.
Yes, those high cheekbones.
Guys, we're winding down here, and at the end, we're going to kind of say who each of our favorite looks of the night were, so we want to know who yours are. So leave them on our Facebook page now. Moving into Laverne Cox.
This was a moment.
A moment in so many ways. She put so much thought into her looks in this gunmetal dress. It was a custom piece. You know, I talked to her and she said she really has to get everything custom made for her because she's not a sample size. She has a different body type. And she had been wanting to wear this color for a while and working on it. So it was a moment she was really excited about. Let's hear her talk about how she made the decision to wear gunmetal.
This is Naeem Khan. He showed it in gold, and she had the idea of doing it in gunmetal. I've wanted to do a gunmetal moment for years, and here we are. The jewels are Lorraine Swartz, and my nails are from my new collection, my collaboration with Orly Nails called Celebrate Yourself.
Celebrate yourself. What did you think
it.
of that eyeshadow? It was very bold.
Such a moment. You know, I actually spoke with her makeup artist, Deja Smith, and she was saying that she had requested of her, Laverne had requested glam with an edge. So obviously the dress was the inspiration, but also the 1939 film The Woman was an inspiration for her. She imagined what character from the movie she would look like, and she was over-glammed, a New York fashionista socialite of today. So she kept it a little bit modern.
Yeah, nailed it.
Yes.
I thought it was interesting how she said, you know, she saw it in gold. I'm so happy that she went with the gunmetal color as opposed to the gold because this looks like it was made just for her. Yeah.
I think you have to be careful wearing gold at awards shows because people compare you to the statues. Yeah, like, oh, she looks like an Emmy statue out there. You know, you have to kind of be careful with that, especially when you're doing something glittery. But I loved how it was all that beading and had like a structure to it. It was like an architectural piece almost. It was super cool. We got to talk about the men a little bit, what they were wearing. And actually, what one woman wore, you guys, statement jackets were a really big thing on the red carpet. I talked to Lena Waithe from Master of None, who she wore this. I actually wore black and gold to our recap today because black and gold was also a big trend last night. She said she felt like a pimp, but a nice one in this jacket. She's hilarious, and of course, she made history with her win last night. But she looked awesome. I talked to Marcus Scribner from Blackish, and he was wearing a really similar jacket. So the guys were just working these statement jackets. You know, as a guy, you don't have a lot to switch up. You got to wear a suit. So they were really finding ways to make it different last night, which I loved. What do you guys think of jackets like that?
I feel like if you can find a funky and fun tux jacket, you have to rock it, especially when it's somewhere like the Emmys, because at the Oscars you do have to be a little more subtle and reserved with your look.
Bow tie, tux, like
this is the perfect place to do it. I know Justin Hartley, to me, he wore that navy-ish color, and it was a little more subtle, but I also loved that on him. It was a statement in its own right, without all the patterns.
Yeah, they got to find some pop.
They've got to pop off the carpet too, just like the ladies.
I wanted to end on this hilarious moment from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmitz's Titus Burgess. He talked to our own Nancy O'Dell about how he picked his very bold jacket.
Go big or go home, right?
I like it. I like it. All right, for our fashion segment then, this tuxedo makes me feel so...
Beyonce.
Oh, that might be the best answer so far.
You know what I mean?
I know
that kind of explains everything.
I mean, it's so true, isn't it?
It's so true. I love her so much.
I know.
What's that?
Who doesn't?
It just came so naturally.
It was just like kind of shy too, like Beyonce. Like you should know.
Oh, love
So
him.
good. That was
All right,
amazing.
favorite looks of the night.
You know, Mandy Moore. I love that pink lip and that beautiful Oreo dress.
I love Jessica Biel. We're controversial. I love
know,
Jessica Biel with the hair. I still loved it with the pompadour.
I'm going Nicole Kidman, you guys. My lady in red. What
Beautiful.
a night for her. I thought, she was my favorite. What about least favorite?
Ooh.
I don't know. I feel weird saying that.
I will say, I think, Ariel Winter, I think she's finding her way again, but I have to give her compliments on her makeup because I thought the makeup was just stunning.
Thanks, girl. I love that. Whenever you give a makeup compliment, I have to say the same for Ariel Winter is definitely probably my least favorite.
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah.
Are you not gonna?
But I love the top of the dress. I do love the top of the dress, and I do love Ariel, and I like that she takes fashion risks, just maybe not too slits.
Yeah. It's definitely the dress for me.
You guys, we want to keep the conversation going with you, of course, so you can leave your comments on ET's Facebook page, tweet at us. We're all on Twitter and Instagram, and watch ET tonight because there are going to be so many moments on the show that you did not see on the Emmys broadcast. We were backstage, we were on the red carpet, we had people at the parties, so tons of stuff there. Head to etonline.com for all of those interviews and the latest news that we got on the red carpet. And we want to say thank you so much to our friends at Fiji Water for keeping us hydrated as we power through the Emmys.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, thanks so much and have a great night. Thanks for being with ET Live.
Bye.
Bye, guys.